ArcliteTank here, bringing you a commentary of actual Starcraft 2. I've managed to get my hands on the replay editor for the beta, so I can take a look at replays now. I still don't have a beta key and I still cannot play it, but I can bring you replays if I can get my hands on those replay files. So what I'm bringing you right now is a game between two players. One of them's name is DaZe, and the other one is something, I don't know, it's some Asian thing, which I'm not very good at pronouncing it, so rather than embarrassing myself, I'm just going to call him Mist, because that's the first four letters of his name. So, Mist and DaZe. DaZe is our blue Terran up here, and Mist right here is our red Protoss. And this map is a 4-player map with a natural expansion down a ramp, and then towards the center we've got this circle thing, doesn't do anything, and then we've got two watchtowers which will help you out with vision, and then blocked by rocks we have these high yield mineral patches which bring in, with a regular worker, 8 minerals instead of just 5 like the blue ones do. So a scout out now for Mist heading into DaZe's base. DaZe with one of those supply depots. Those supply depots can go underground. So small battle right here, and just as in Starcraft 1, the Terran SCVs does have 60 HP rather than the 40 that has been allotted to the probe. So DaZe is going to put down a barracks now, and the game, the macro is very similar to Starcraft 1. Matter of fact, it's almost identical looking at a few of these replays, but the micro is a little bit different now that they've changed up many of the key units. For instance, there is no ground medic that will run around with your Marines anymore. It's actually a dropship, which doesn't look like it works as well. Also, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a preview of this replay tool. Gateway down now for Mist. This replay tool is actually very nice. I'm very impressed by the work that Blizzard's done with it. It allows you to do many things, including see through the view of just one player. Like right now, I've got it set so that I can see through the view of Mist. Now, I can only see what he sees, but I can also do this where I actually see where his camera is looking. I can see where he's clicking. I can check out his micro and everything. I can even hear the alerts that are going to him. So I'll unlock that now and put it back to the regular view. But that's very interesting. This is, like I said before, this is the stuff that you see in the Korean pro circuits. So I can look up here, I can see both their resources, compare them. Marine out now for DaZe. Looks like that Marine is going to take care of that probe, so no more scouting probe. And he's set up barracks and supply depots so that he can block off his main, so nothing's getting up here. And both of these supply depots can be sunken underground, and the barracks, as in Starcraft 1, can lift off the ground and fly around and stuff like that. So 2 scouts out now for DaZe, or 1 scout rather, and looking for the space. A cybernetics core down now for Mist, which serves a similar purpose where it can upgrade air and armor weapons, but there is no dragoons. There's now Stalker and the Immortal, which kind of fill the void of the Dragoon. The Immortals are much stronger, but the Stalker is probably the easiest to compare against a Dragoon. The Zealot's still there, so good old favorite. And the Twilight Council, this is, it kind of replaces the Templar Archives. Looks like we have a Stalker out now, shooting DaZe's scout. DaZe is going to get a little bit of a view, but then it's going to be killed. But this Twilight Council, it replaces the Templar Archives, and it doesn't allow you to make Templars, but it allows the same upgrades, and it allows Blink for these guys, Stalkers. Now, what allows you to make the Templars is the Templar Archives, which before, you know, that lets you make the Dark Templars, and now it's just regular Templars, and then for the Dark Templars you need the Dark Shrine. So it's a little bit different, the setup, but I'm digging it. And a factory out now for DaZe, and DaZe is probably a typical move we're seeing here is to move this barracks out, set it up somewhere else, and then put another supply depot here so that you still have a door that can be opened and closed. And now he's going to put down some add-ons, which now add-ons are on most of these production buildings. He's putting down a tech lab, which kind of takes the place of the academy with stim pack upgrades and stuff like that, and a reactor, which allows him to have 2 production queues at once. And another command center, looks like he's going to float it down for his expansion. And Mist, however, has already built his expansion. It's warping in right now, building a Dark Shrine already. So we're going to see some nice Dark Templar action. Both simulators going full speed right now, and we can take a look now at their production. So let's find it right here, and it looks like we've got 2 Dark Templars on the way for Mist now, and DaZe is researching Stimpack. We can see some Hellions, which are kind of the replacement for the Vulture, but not really. They shoot fire, so it's kind of Vulture meets Firebat all in one. And he's taking down these destructible rocks now, going to go for those high yield minerals. And his command center is almost done, so he can ship that down. But these Hellions are jeeps. They move like vultures, although they don't drop mines. And this Marauder is like kind of like a heavy marine. They're very strong, and they're very good for backing up forces. But if you try and put these on a front directly against like a small force, they normally get eaten up very quickly. But with Hellion support, they're very useful if you keep them in the back and allow them to fire over your troops. So Factory pumping out more Hellions now. It can pump them out 2 at one time because he's got that reactor up against it, and an engineering bay which serves the same purpose as in original Starcraft. So now putting down more simulators to fund that very gas expensive build, and a robotics facility down now, and a forge, which they both serve their same thing, same purpose. Just no more of those. I forget what they're called. I can't remember right now. But those little things that shoot the scarabs. Sorry, I can't remember right now. But yeah, no more of those. Those are gone. Which, as a Terran player, I absolutely hate those. Now you got the Warp Prism and the Immortal and the Observer, which can be brought in from there. And looks like we have Dark Templars out, and they've made their way over into DaZe's base. Now attacking DaZe's troops. And